So yes, now we are going to discuss an important topic that is also confusing as well as very high yield. That is about the heart murmurs. So in all competitive exam, there is one or two sure short question from this topic. You know, if we are talking about the heart, the phase of heart is divided into two, systolic as well as diastolic. Systolic is the pumping phase and diastolic is the filling phase. So as you already know, we have a valve here that is called tricuspid valve. Sometimes still students have confusion, right? This is tricuspid and this is bicuspid. Confusion in the sense, like some students, they will forget the normal anatomy. Remember, here is a tricuspid and here is a bicuspid. Maybe you will be laughing now. Normally, lot of students will have confusion. Remember, if you are buying a dress, first you will try it. So first you try the dress, then you buy the dress. So no need of confusion. This was bicuspid or tricuspid. First you try the thing, then you buy it. Don't buy the thing without trying. So always in the right side we have tricuspid and here in the left side we have bicuspid. Try it, then buy it. Remember what is coming from the left ventricle. Our aorta have aortic valve, and from the right ventricle we have the pulmonary valve. The pulmonary artery here, right? So these valves are called semilunar valve. These are called AV valves. So heart have two sound, lub and dub. Remember, no sound is producing while opening the valve. You know, when a door is closed, then only we will hear a sound. So heart sound are only produced while closing. So lub is produced when there is closing of AV valve, and dub is produced when there is closing of semilunar valve. So remember the basics. Heart sound are produced while closing the valve. Now there are some pathology that is called murmurs. That's a pathological sound. When you auscultate a patient, you will hear. So there can be problem in the valve. So remember, if there is heart is in the pumping phase, so here there is a valve, aortic valve. So they are called systolic murmur or the pulmonary valve, systolic murmur. So when the valve here gets stenotized, stenosis means narrowed, it will be difficult to pump the blood. Sure, you will hear a murmur. As well as by filling, so there will be problem with the bicuspid and tricuspid or mitral valve or tricuspid valve. So we are going to know all the murmurs in a brief. Before that, as a medical student, we all are supposed to know all the auscultation point in our heart or chest area. You know, when I am keeping my stent in my second intercostal space, the right side and this is the left side. The second intercostal space, I am gonna hear my aortic. This is the aortic point. If I go to the same second intercostal space, but on the left side, I am hearing my pulmonary. Now, this is second. If I am going to my third intercostal space, I am hearing my Erb's point. This is the Erb's point. Now, if I am going to my fourth intercostal space, I am hearing my tricuspid. And if I am going to my fifth intercostal space, I am hearing my mitral. Or mitral beat is also called apex beat. Apex of the heart. Fifth intercostal or apex. This is the near the nipple area. In the nipple area. Remember, all physician takes money. Or all people eat turkey meat. Second, right, left, third, fourth, fifth. All people eat turkey meat. All people eat turkey meat. If you don't want Erb's point, all physician takes money. Basics. So mitral beat is also called apex beat. So remember, second intercostal right side we have aorta. Second intercostal left side we have pulmonary. Third intercostal we have Erb's point. Fourth intercostal we have tricuspid. Fifth intercostal I have mitral. This is also called apex beat. So that is a normal thing. So if I have any pathology in any of the wall, if I put my stent here, if I have problem in the aortic, I have to put here. If I have pulmonary, I have to put here. That's what we have to understand from here. Now, we are classifying all the heart murmurs into two. Heart murmurs can be divided into two. That is called, one is big division, systolic, other is called diastolic. Right. So let's continue. So we are proceeding to systolic as well as diastolic. So systolic means blood is being pumped from the heart. So systolic and diastolic. It's very easy to classify. When the aorta is pumping, see, remember, when aortic valve gets stenotized, narrowed, you will hear a murmur called systolic murmurs. Right? So first one here, aortic stenosis. And I have pulmonary stenosis here. As well as if I have problem with tricuspid, that is called tricuspid regurgitation. And I have mitral regurgitation. This all will produce a murmur called systolic murmur. Just opposite here, aortic stenosis produces systolic murmur. Aortic regurgitation produces diastolic murmur. Pulmonary stenosis produces systolic murmur. Pulmonary regurgitation produces diastolic murmur. Tricuspid regurgitation produces systolic. Tricuspid stenosis goes filling, again diastolic murmur. Mitral regurgitation systolic. Mitral stenosis, very important, diastolic murmur. So we classified all the murmurs into two, systolic and diastolic. Systolic, aortic stenosis, pulmonary stenosis, tricuspid regurgitation, MR, mitral regurgitation. Diastolic, AR, PR, tricuspid stenosis, and MS, mitral stenosis. This will produce diastolic. So we simply classified murmurs into two. So we are remembering. Other thing we are to remember that will help you in some question while doing, that's a mnemonics. Or remember all the murmurs in the right side. Right side means what valves we have here? We have the aortic here, we have the tricuspid here, we have the pulmonary. All the right side murmurs increases with inspiration. So remember in mnemonics, rinspiration. Remember all the murmurs on the right side of the heart, they increases with inspiration. Same manner, all the murmurs on the left side of the heart, they increases with expiration. So remember in mnemonics, l'expiration. So just for doing some question, it will help you in some manner. Remember, all the right side murmurs increases with inspiration. Remember in mnemonics, rinspiration. All the left side murmur of the heart increases with expiration. So remember in mnemonics, l'expiration. So you will remember for lifetime. So that's all about the basics of murmur. Now let's talk, if a patient comes to you in the clinic, or if a patient comes to you, you have to know, you have to confirm the murmur. For confirming the murmur, we will do some exercise or maneuver. See, that is, we will check by increasing or decreasing preload and afterload. So first thing we do with preload. From the English word only, preload means, now today we all are going to study all the step 1 books and step 2 books. It means medical students preload, they increased this much. That is, I am increasing my preload. Same manner, I am giving a lot of work to the heart. That is called preload. It means I am making all the blood from my body to get into the heart at the same time together. I am making all the preload more for the heart. So first of all, I am going to make increasing the preload. So first of all, we have two things. In the clinic, we will try to increase the preload and decrease the preload. So how to increase the preload? We will ask the patient to do a leg raise. Ask the patient to do the leg raise if patient comes to you. See, you know, like some edema patient, like when they have edema, doctor used to say, right, you have to sleep in a manner, your leg must be up. It means what is the intention of doctor? The blood must come very fast from the leg towards the heart. So if they raise their leg, we are increasing the preload, more blood is coming to the heart. If they increase preload by leg raise, or there is one more method that is called squatting. That is sudden, like we'll ask the patient to stand up suddenly, squatting or leg raise. We are increasing the preload, it means more blood are coming. In this case, what happens is that if more blood comes here, more blood will be going through the heart. So what happens to the murmur? Heart have to do more work. All the murmurs increases. So remember, if I increase the preload by leg raise and squatting, what happened to murmurs? So I am confirming these murmurs, and their murmurs, all the murmurs sound increases. All the murmurs sound increases. Except, so in every exam, competitive exam, this exception is important. There are two exceptions here. There are two diseases. One is called hukam. Hukam, without hukam, no exams, no medical exam. Hukam means hypertrophic cardiac myopathy. Hukam. So what is the exception? One is hukam. Second one is MVP, mitral valve prolapse. So remember, all the murmur sound increases except hukam and MVP when I increase my preload. So why they are not increasing? They are decreasing. All the murmurs increases, but hukam and MVP decreases. Let me explain you what is the mechanism behind that. So I am explaining for just one, so other thing you will get it. So listen here. Once again, what is hukam? Hypertrophic cardiac myopathy. So the heart muscles are hypertrophic. So if this is my heart muscle, they are having more muscle here. So they are coming out. Hypertrophy become. So listen here. If I ask the patient to increase the preload, you can see a lot of blood pass through here. If more blood comes through here, there will be more pressure here. That blood, more blood will press the muscle back to the normal position. In hukam, what is the pathology? Muscles are bulging out, hypertrophy. If more blood is coming, because I increase the preload, they will take the muscle back to the normal position. If normal position come, what about the murmur? Murmur decreases. So in hukam, murmur decreases because the more blood coming, they will push the muscle back to the normal. Same way for mitral valve prolapse. There is a prolapse, bulging here. If there is a bulging, same way. If more blood come, they will pump, get back the valve to the normal position. If the valve come to the normal position, what about the murmur? They are becoming normal. Murmur decreases. So remember, in mitral valve prolapse as well as in hypertrophic cardiac myopathy, when preload increases, more blood is coming here. That will make the valve as well as the muscle to the normal position. So what about the murmur? Murmur automatically get decreased. So once again, preload increasing, leg raising and squatting method, all murmur sound increases except hukam and MVP. Now we are done with the preload increasing. Now what we will do? We will decrease the preload. What is decreasing the preload? We will try to make the blood that will go to the heart less. We have to make less blood going toward heart. So we do a method here that is very important. That method is called Valsalva maneuver. Valsalva maneuver. So what is happening? We will ask the patient, close your nose and just blow. So patient has to blow by closing the nose. When they are doing this method is called Valsalva maneuver. By this we are decreasing the preload. If I decrease the preload, less blood going to the heart. So valves are working less. So all the murmurs sound, what happened? They will decrease. But except hukam and MVP. What about them? They will increase because less blood is coming. Hukam and MVP murmur doesn't change or they will increase. So remember, always there is exception of Hookham and MVP. If I decrease preload, all the murmur sound decreases. That is by Valsalva maneuver, except Hookham and MVP. So that's all about preload. So we are done with the preload. We confirm the patient have heartburn. Now let's talk about afterload. Let's talk about afterload. See, afterload means very easy. What is afterload? From the word English only, there is a load after. See, our heart is pumping the blood. So there are some vessels in our body that are called arterioles. They are saying don't pump. They will provide a resistance. So we are making the patient to increase the resistance against toward the pumping. So what heart try to do? To pump the blood with more pressure. That means we are increasing what? Afterload of the heart. So in the clinic, how you increase the afterload? How you decrease the afterload? First you increase the afterload. Increasing afterload. How you increase it? So there is a method called hand grip maneuver. I will ask the patient to hold their fist very tightly. They are holding their fist very tightly. There is a high pressure, right? So heart will have very big difficulty to pump the blood. So it means afterload increased. How I am increasing afterload? By hand grip maneuver. So at that time, what happens? Heart will try to pump the blood all with more pressure. So what about the murmur? All mainly which murmur here? The regurgitation murmur. Because blood come here, but there is high pressure, they will go back. So regurgitation happen. So remember, all regurgitation murmur increases. Here also exception is there, except Hookham and MVP. Remember once again, if I increase the afterload, I am asking the patient to make the grip tight. So heart have more work, they have to pump in more pressure, the blood go back. That is called regurgitation. So whatever regurgitation murmur we are hearing, they will be increasing in sound if I increase my afterload, except Hookham and MVP. Now, next one, I am gonna decrease afterload. How I decrease my afterload here? If I want to decrease my afterload, I will give some medication to the patient. Like I want to make vasodilation. So vasodilation happens, heart will have less work. That's why we usually give the patient a drug called amyl nitrate. Amyl nitrate. See, if I give amyl nitrate, nitrates are NO, nitric oxide. They cause vasodilation. What happens? Afterload decreases. See, if afterload decreases, what about the murmurs? Murmur sound also decreases. Murmur sound decreases. Except here, Hookham and MVP. What about their murmur? They will increase. So once again, we are talking about afterload. If I increase the afterload by hand grip maneuver, all the regurgitation murmur increases except Hookham and MVP. They will decrease. But if I decrease the afterload by amyl nitrate, all the murmur sound decreases except Hookham and MVP, they will increase. So that's all about basics of murmurs. Now we will study next section all the murmurs. Okay, thank you.